Hey, so this section is about whether or not I actually was able to achieve the goals I originally set out to achieve at the beginning of 2017. So, just to let you guys know, as a nice refresher, this is what I set out to accomplish by the end of this year. Number one, develop develop a daily writing habit of 500 words a day. That's goal number one. Goal number two was to update my daily writing habit to 2,000 words a day by October 1st, 2017. Goal number three was to publish more books, and I put in parentheses at least 5 books. Goal number four, continue to upgrade and rebrand my author website. Goal number five, connect with my community more and grow it too, with both readers and authors alike. Goal number six was to shoot and release my first full feature horror film, Sandman. Goal number seven was to shoot and release a second full feature horror film, Ojos. And goal number 8 was to focus on world building for my fiction franchises. So I can tell you already off the bat, and if I'm not looking at the cameras because I'm looking at my little on-screen thing here, I can tell you off the bat that I definitely was able to complete 3 of the 8 goals to 100% completion. And I was able to at least come close to reaching 2 other goals. So I have 2 goals in italics here. One is publish more books, and another is shoot and release my first feature horror film. Those italicized goals are basically goals that I actively worked on and towards on a consistent basis throughout the year, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get those to completion. So I was able to complete 3 goals, worked diligently on 2 of those goals, and then the other 3 goals, which basically dealt with my writing habit, I came nowhere near close to making those goals. As a matter of fact, when you calculate all the words that I wrote for this entire year, my daily word count really only comes out to be about 350 words a day. There were plenty of, and I'll talk more about this in like the writing shadow development and research part of my update, but I really realized this year, like it hit me like a bolt of lightning, that basically when I'm in graduate school, very rarely am I able to like get words on the page. Usually, especially because I'm a mom, and I'm a single mom, so usually when I get up early in the morning, it's to finish homework or to start another project or homework that I need to finish for graduate school, or to get ahead of some homeworks just in case, something happens, like my daughter gets sick or I get sick, which is basically really it's a common occurrence nowadays. If you guys have any younger children, it's not just about taking care of them and being for them and providing for them, but they catch a lot of colds, tummy flus, regular flus, just everything at daycare, and sometimes you catch it too. So that definitely takes me out of my entire schedule for at least, I would say I'm dealing with sicknesses from daycare for at least 2 months out of the year. Like that's just 2 months gone. You'll have like a month where, the child is out for a week or a week and a half, or like they'll be out for a week every other month. You know what I'm saying? So that takes out a lot of time, unfortunately. And yeah, children take time. Life takes time, and graduate school takes time. So my word count was about 350 words a day, which I still am not particularly happy with. But at the end of the day, 350 words a day, if you're focused on a single project, is enough to get out 2 novels a year. So if I'm unable to raise my word count for next year, and we'll see if that will happen, then I really do want to focus down and home in on 1 or 2 projects so I can at least get those out of the publishing production process. And I actually mentioned this a bunch in my last podcast, that was the goal, to kind of chunk down and focus on publishing 3 to 4 smaller books, like 1 big novel, which is already like over halfway done, and then 3 smaller novellas. So we'll see how that change in my publishing schedule actually works. But this is not a 2018 goals podcast or vlog. This is a 2017 wrap-up vlog. So, yeah, that's basically that. I had my 8 goals. I'm actually really proud of the fact that I was able to complete 3 of those 8 goals and actually work actively towards 2 more of those goals. Shooting and releasing the second full feature horror film, Ojos, like I worked on that, like I did not work on that at all. Like that was like zero progress, which is fine. Like it was crazy to think that I could do 2 full feature films in 1 year anyway. But I basically, with the whole feature film projects, those are still happening under the auspices of Rebel Ragdoll Press. But what I basically had decided to do in 2017 was to dial back because I really need to focus on one project at a time, especially because I'm brand new to this and I'm still learning. Mostly because I just need to go through the entire process from beginning to end, develop a working protocol for myself, figure out how I like to direct, figure out how to raise money, figure out all these things, like not just theoretically as I'm reading about these things and I'm learning about these things, but how these things actually work in real life from my situation, from my production house, from my process. And so once Sandman itself is done, then I'll be able to work on different film projects later down the line. But that doesn't mean that I can't write, outline, and develop those projects, and that will be happening. But with Ojos specifically, I might actually want to take a break after doing Sandman. I don't know if I want to do 2 horror projects in a row, but we'll see. So that is the update for whether or not I achieved my goals for 2017. Stay tuned for the next section, which I don't know what section that's going to be because I'm recording all of these out of order. But thanks for joining me on my journey, and I will see you guys in the next section of my 2017 creative achievement update and roundup. Okay, bye.